Welcome, dear audience, to Life and Divinity. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are diving deep today into meditation, specifically Vipassana, and other techniques that can really shift how you experience your inner landscape. Our mission is to help you find calm, reduce stress, and connect with yourself. We'll unpack this as a conversation. I'll share from my experience, and you bring fresh eyes and curiosity to this.
Sounds great. I'm really excited to understand Vipassana better. What exactly is Vipassana?
Perfect starting point. It's an ancient Indian technique.
Oh, wow.
Rediscovered over 2,500 years ago by Gautama Buddha. Vipassana actually means to see things as they really are. It's about cultivating unbiased observation of reality, both within and around us.
Seeing things as they really are. That sounds really profound. How do you actually do that through Vipassana?
So the practice is about observing your body's sensations
without
judgment, not changing, suppressing, or clinging to them, just noticing as they arise and pass. The goal is self-transformation and mental clarity through direct experience. And it's non-sectarian. You don't have to be Buddhist to practice it.
You mentioned the Buddha. Is it linked to Buddhist teachings then?
It originated in ancient India, yes, and it is significant in Buddhist traditions. But how it's taught today, especially by S.N. Goenka, emphasizes its universal application. Goenka really brought Vipassana to the world. For centuries, it was mainly preserved in Myanmar.
Okay, so when you practice Vipassana, what guides you? What does a typical session or retreat look like?
Right, so the core principles are three things. First, mindfulness of now, like full attention to whatever's happening without getting lost in thoughts or worries. Second is non-judgmental awareness, just observing sensations without labeling them as good or bad. Third is directly observing those sensations.
Why is observing those sensations so important?
So in a 10-day Vipassana retreat, there's a progression. You begin by focusing on your breath as it enters and leaves your nostrils. Not controlling it, just noticing it. This helps quiet the mind and build concentration. Then you move to scanning your body, noticing tingling, pressure, warmth, coolness, anything. And it's crucial to observe these without reaction or judgment.
I see. But what's the purpose of observing these sensations?
I think this is where it gets interesting. Through this, you directly experience a fundamental truth: impermanence. You start to actually feel that all sensations, just like everything in life, arise and pass. Nothing's permanent. This direct understanding, not just theoretical, is what leads to profound insights. And gradually to releasing that clinging to what we like and aversion to what we don't like.
Right.
These are the roots of our suffering. Think how much we want good feelings to last and bad ones to disappear. Vipassana, through this experience, dismantles that desire. It leads to acceptance of life's changes.
That makes a lot of sense. Starting with breath at the nostril seems very accessible.
It is. It's an anchor. When your mind wanders, you gently bring it back to the breath. No struggle, just redirecting.
As an experienced practitioner, can you share an experience that brought this alive for you? Like a challenge or insight from observing sensations?
Yes, definitely. Early on, I struggled with what I perceived as unpleasant sensations. Once during a session, I had this throbbing pain in my back. I wanted to just stop. Frustration, anger even. But Vipassana training helped me shift to just observing it, the intensity, the location. And over time it changed, became less intense, and then subsided. Not by force, but by observation. That was a real lesson in impermanence for me.
That's a really insightful story. It shows the power of non-reaction. We hear a lot about meditation's benefits. Is there scientific proof for Vipassana's effectiveness?
Absolutely. There's a study in the Sultan Qaboos University Journal for Scientific Research. It found that people who did a 10-day retreat had a significant reduction in anxiety and depression, up to 67% for anxiety and over 47% for depression. That's pretty remarkable and shows the science behind this.
Wow, those are huge numbers. 67% reduction in anxiety is amazing.
It is, and it highlights the impact this practice has. Also, a 2021 Healthline article said Vipassana promotes brain plasticity. It's like exercise for your brain. By focusing and not reacting automatically, you strengthen those pathways associated with attention and emotional regulation, making your brain more adaptable and resilient to stress. So it's not just about feeling good, it has a lasting impact on your mental state and brain.
That's interesting. So Vipassana is a deep dive into yourself and has scientific backing. You mentioned other meditation techniques. How does Vipassana compare to others we might know?
That's important, and it's good to know that different techniques have different purposes. Take Transcendental Meditation, or TM, developed by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. It uses a mantra, a sound or word repeated silently for 20 minutes twice a day. The aim is deep rest and transcendence, going beyond thoughts.
What are TM's benefits?
Research shows it reduces stress and improves sleep. A 2023 WebMD article linked it to lower blood pressure. And a 2023 Cleveland Clinic article said it helps manage PTSD and ADHD symptoms. So Vipassana is about insight through observing sensations, while TM uses a mantra for relaxation and rest.
Right. So how's that different from mindfulness-based stress reduction? We hear mindfulness everywhere now.
Yes. Mindfulness-based stress reduction, or MBSR, was developed by Jon Kabat-Zinn. It's a program combining mindfulness practices with gentle yoga. The goal is stress reduction by cultivating present moment awareness, using body scans and mindful eating. A 2023 Mindful article said MBSR lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. So MBSR is more comprehensive for stress, using various techniques.
So MBSR integrates mindfulness into life for stress management. What about practices that focus on positive emotions?
That's where loving kindness meditation, or metta, comes in. It cultivates warmth, kindness, and compassion. Starting with yourself, then extending outwards to loved ones, neutral people, even those you have challenges with, ultimately to all beings. That same Mindful article said it improves positive emotions and well-being.
Each technique seems to have a unique path with its own benefits. Vipassana for insight into reality, TM for relaxation, MBSR for stress reduction, and metta for positive emotions.
Exactly. And as we at Life and Divinity always say, the key is to explore what resonates with you and your goals. For someone wanting to explore meditation, what's your advice to get started?
Starting can feel daunting. Begin gently with small durations. Even 5 minutes daily is effective. Also know that distractions are normal. Don't be discouraged. Just gently bring your attention back to your focus. Breath for Vipassana, or a mantra for TM.
Any resources for beginners wanting to learn more?
Yes. For Vipassana courses, check out dhamma.org. For TM instructors and the technique, go to tm.org. For MBSR apps like Headspace, have guided meditations and programs. A 2023 Medical News Today article suggested 5 10-minute sessions for beginners.
So find a manageable starting point and explore. Now, thinking of busy lives, how can one integrate meditation into their routine?
As we at Life and Divinity always say, finding what resonates and starting small builds a sustainable practice. Maybe a few quiet minutes in the morning during lunch or before bed. Consistency matters more than duration, especially at the start.
Absolutely. At Life and Divinity, we want to give you tools and insights to find inner peace in this busy world. I know from experience that even small moments of stillness can make a huge difference.
After today, I'm inspired to try 5 minutes of breath focus each morning, like the first step in Vipassana.
That's great. Remember, finding the right practice is personal. What works for one may not for another. So explore, experiment, and discover what brings you calm, clarity, and connection. We at Life and Divinity believe that even small steps toward mindfulness can have a huge impact. Don't forget to subscribe to Life and Divinity.